Hi Capricorn, here's your reading for June 2019. Thanks for joining. In order to get the most out of this reading and out of your time with me, I'd ask you not to multitask and please set aside anything you're doing. You might also want to put headphones on so that you can really focus on the messages that are coming through for you. Also, while we're here, take a moment while I'm shuffling to check in with your higher self. Ask your higher self to connect to my higher self so that we can create a feedback loop. That way the messages that come through will be completely tailored for you. So, let's have a look at what's going on for Capricorn. And this video is relevant for whenever you're watching it. Whether you're Capricorn or whether it's June or not. If your intuition guided you to click on this video, then this video is for you. So, let's do this. Okay, Capricorn. A lot of Pentacles energy in the reading, even though not necessarily in this spread, but at the bottom you have a Two of Pentacles, and at the top of the top deck I just pulled there was the Six of Pentacles. The crossing card is the Five of Pentacles, the crowning card is the Ten of Pentacles reversed, and in this quadrant here, which is how you see yourself, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. So what I'm feeling here with this spread is that you may be having a little bit of a tough time financially right now. And excuse me. But what I'm feeling with that though is that there might be a tough time financially, but the home and the home unit and family unit is together. Although with that, what might be happening is that you may need to be physically moving as a result of a financially difficult time. That could be for some. For others, this is simply just, you know, like a shift in your paradigm that you need to make in order to kind of transition out of this difficult time and find a way to move into more positive waters, figuratively. Okay. What I feel though with that energy as well is that having the Hangman here in reverse with the Seven of Pentacles upright, this is telling me that some of you may actually be just feeling impatient about a financial investment that you've made, and that you may not actually be in that difficult of a position. You might just be hoping, or if you are in a little bit of a difficult position, you might be wanting to try to pull, how do you describe that? I guess if you have equity that's not liquid, you might be trying to get money out of investments that you've made in the past in order to kind of cover you or to get you through a time that's a little bit tricky right now. That also could be a message for some of you. And for others, what could be going on here is that you're dealing with a legal situation that could be taxing you financially, and it could actually be that you got a big tax bill that's come in and you need to pay that. So there's different messages there for different people watching, so take what you need from that. Let's see what else is here. For some of you, I mean, in the beginning there I said, like, for some of you, like, I felt like the family unit was intact, but the financial difficulty was the problem. But I'm seeing here now that for some of you there is actually a separation that's happening, and that could be what this legal matter is. Like, you might actually be, and with the Hermit here as well, it could be suggesting that some of you may have to separate from your family, and you might not want that. Like that, I feel like that's not your choice. For some of the people watching this reading, you might have to, your hand might be being forced in a situation here where you're being, you know, maybe pushed out of a situation. That's also the Six of Swords here. And then these cards here at the top of the reading, you have Three of Swords reversed with the Two of Wands, And then the Three of Cups reversed with the Knight of Cups reversed. So this is telling me again, this is kind of more confirmation that if this is a love reading for you and we're talking about a marriage or a partnership that's been committed and bonded for a time, that there is some heartbreak here around a decision to separate, and that there's emotional sadness around that. There's 3 threes in your reading, but what I didn't talk about here is this axis across the center of the reading from past to present or past to near future. You had the Ace of Cups, so there was a love there. There was a love, a union, a bond, a very like a caring, sharing bond of 2 individuals that really came together. And maybe created family, but definitely created a home together. And now some kind of situation has happened here. And I'm getting different things here. For some of you, it's financial stress, financial difficulty that's putting strain on the relationship. For others of you, it's extramarital affairs or third-party situations here, like with this Three of Cups and the Three of Cups reversed. And the Three of Swords reversed. These 2 cards together are saying that there could be other people in your relationship, whether it's you or the other person that's bringing those additional people into the partnership. But that could be an issue for some of you, which is causing there to be this separation energy where this is kind of leaving, someone's leaving. And then the final outcome here is this Three of Wands upright. And this is telling me that you are kind of now in a position where you're needing to kind of reassess your horizons and see where you're going to go from here, given that there has been like a turn of events here where you're in a different space than you maybe thought you were heading. Let's have a look at the bottom of the deck. 2 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, King of Cups, and 7 of Wands. There's also the Ace of Pentacles. I'm going to take that. So again, more Pentacles energy. Actually, this feels, even though this kind of felt like a tough energy of like I said, could be some legal matter, separation, moving away, infidelity, divorce. I'm hearing for some. What I see here actually is that you're rising up in a kind of how do I describe that? Like you're seeing the opportunities that are here in front of you, and maybe your situation is less than ideal, but you're choosing to take the high road in that you want to see what you can do with this situation. You're making lemonade, basically. Making lemonade. Okay. And the King of Cups here is I'm seeing this as you in this situation where I feel that you are taking the emotionally mature stance in this situation once again, and seeing how you can turn a shitty situation into something, if not beneficial, at least like just make the most out of the situation and strive to find the blessings in the difficulties, and maybe also see how you can allow this situation to catalyze your life and create a turn of events or a changing direction for you that may actually be better for you than where you're coming from. And then the 7 of Wands in reverse is just telling me that you're letting your guard down, and you're overcoming strife and argumentativeness and defensiveness here. I feel like this card is indicating that you may not want to or need to fight anymore. Like there's no more fighting. But I don't feel that as a defeatedness energy. I feel that more as a kind of like loving, like let's not do that anymore. Let's just like figure out how we can make the most out of this, even though it's been hard for everyone involved, right? So let's check over here. I feel like that's it basically for this general reading. Yep, pretty succinct. So I'm going to take the Voyager deck now and shuffle again to give the higher octave reading, which is designed to give a little bit more insight into what's happening on a karmic and spiritual level. Will hopefully provide a little more insight into what forces are at play that we may not be able to see, so that we can see a better way to view and deal with the situation that we're in, to make the most out of the opportunity that we're facing. So while I shuffle, please take a moment here to again, check in with your higher self, center your energy, and send your energy over into the deck so I can get really clear messages for you. Man of Wands crossed by the Woman of Wands. That's interesting. So if this is a relationship reading, this is definitely describing you and a partner. Ace of Worlds is the crowning card. Ace of Crystals. So it's the same. These same two cards that were here in this extended reading are coming out here in this first axis. Very interesting. 10 of Crystals. Child of Worlds. 9 of Worlds. Ace of 4 of Crystals reversed. Woman of Worlds reversed. 8 of Wands reversed, 6 of Cups reversed, 7 of Worlds, Man of Worlds, and the Moon reversed. Interesting. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, you have the 10 of Cups here. So I do feel that this is, I mean, if this extended reading is, if this reading is not about a breakup of a relationship for you, then you may not need to watch any further, because this is definitely about a partnership or a family unit. Yeah, because there's definitely, I see children here in this part of the reading. So yeah, this central axis here with the 2 aces definitely have this feeling like, and see how there's like this man and woman here at the center of the reading, and these could like go either way, alternate, right? So you have the man of Wands and the Woman of Wands, right? So this is definitely like a divine union, kind of a one-on-one reflective kind of correspondence between 2 people in a relationship. And then this Ace of Worlds and Ace of Crystals here, which is these 2 cards that you had in the previous reading. This is seeing how I'm seeing this in this specific context here is that, like, that those 2 entities are deciding to go their own way, like one and one in opposite directions potentially. But as I said, I do see children in this spread here. I mean, that could be true for some of you watching. What I also suspect here, and this is a very specific message that's probably for maybe one person only. If the previous spread was accurate for you, where I talked about extramarital affair, it could be that there in that extramarital affair, or even in the relationship that you're in, there could be a pregnancy there. You have this Woman of Worlds. She's in reverse, but look at the picture here on this card. It's a heavily pregnant woman. So that may or may not be relevant for some of you. But that could also be a factor that it's at play here, is that there is a pregnancy in the story. Now, what else is here? Let me see. I mean, of course, when there's a breakup, there is definitely going to be some emotional fallout, and there's going to be some work to do as individuals and together to kind of process information, and communication is going to be really important. But for some of you, you might actually just prefer to have space right now. This is the Moon here, with Moon in reverse with the 9 of Worlds. This is in the position of how you see yourself. So for some of you, there is this energy here of, you know, I'm hearing deception, secrets, you know. And this card here in the position of the recent past coming into the reading is this 10 of Crystals, which is called delusion in this deck. So some of you, depending on which end of this scenario you're on, you may be feeling a little bit deceived and manipulated, and you know, like if you're on the receiving end of someone's infidelity, then yeah, that could be something that you're dealing with, something that you're processing. For some of you, like here you have the Man of Worlds with the 4 of Crystals in reverse. For some, this could mean that you may be just waking up to an awareness about another person. You know, like this Man of Worlds could represent another person, another entity, energy in the field of this relationship. And then the 4 of Crystals there in reverse. Four of Crystals when it's upright is about like rest and meditation, recuperation, contemplation. When it's in reverse here, and I feel like in the context of these cards, it's saying to me that you may be just waking up out of a hypnotic state of being unaware about something, and that what you've been unaware of may be this person, an extra person. That's one interpretation here. But what else is here is Eight of Wands in reverse with the Six of Cups. So this is saying that, again, like there's some emotional energy to process, certainly, and that may need a little bit of time. And some of you may prefer to have some space first and then come back later together to process, not necessarily to actually come back together or get back together, but right now you may not necessarily want to communicate. You may not want to be around this person or share any time or space with them. Let's see what else is here at the bottom of the deck. So Ten of Cups upright, the Star reversed, Two of Cups reversed, and the Universe upright. That's really interesting. So Ten of Cups is, as I said, the family card, family unit card, the happy family unit card, and it's actually upright here. But you have it with the Star in reverse and the Two of Cups in reverse, which, and again, the Two of Cups is that union card, which we had in the previous reading. Did we? No, we didn't. That was the reading I did before for Sagittarius. So Two of Cups in reverse, again, could indicate like a union dissolving. And with the Star in reverse as well, it is that feeling of like, you know, your aspirations may have been thwarted, you know, for that kind of happily ever after. This could be describing, you know, like an unforeseen shift in the dynamic of your relationship. Maybe you weren't aware about these issues that may have been, you know, like at play for a little while, and it might be just like a kind of sad moment here where there's a little bit of shock involved. You know, that could be the Moon reverse as well. Like there might be a little bit of shock here because you may not have seen this coming. Now, what's interesting here is this final card of the reading is the Universe, and it's in the upright position. Universe from this deck is called the World in other decks. In the Rider-Waite deck. It's the last card from the Major Arcana. So what I feel this is saying here is, as a closing card of your reading, is that exactly that. This could be like a divinely timed closure of something that, you know, like endings are never really easy, right? But, you know, this could just be like a timely moment for you to kind of like, you know, wrap things up and get ready to start a new cycle, you know. But yeah, that maybe sounds a little bit flippant if you're going through a tough time now, if you're in a separation. There's definitely emotional energy here to process. But seeing all this Aces energy and the World card, there's definitely a feeling here of optimism and brightness and like the readiness for a new cycle. So maybe for some of you, you have been aware of this, and or you might be the one who's on the other end of that, where you have been the one that has been infidelitis, is that a word? Anyway, so if you may be very, very much ready for this new change. If you've been in a relationship that you haven't been happy in for some time, and you may have been looking for an out, this could be the closing of a cycle that you may have been wanting for some time. Let's check over here if there's anything else, but I do feel that that's more or less it for your reading, Capricorn. Yep. Short and sweet this month. Thank you so much for watching. It's an honor and a pleasure to read for you. You may want to watch that back again now, and perhaps towards the end of the month, just have a review, and maybe different things will stand out at you at different times when you watch it, depending on events that are unfolding. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do, and hit the notification bell so you can get notified when new readings get uploaded, so you don't miss any. On your screen right now, there's going to be playlists for previous readings for Capricorn. Like all the past readings that I've ever done for Capricorn are going to be in that playlist on your screen. So if you're new here, you might want to go back and revisit some of those readings from previous months to see if this is a place that you want to belong. Also on the screen is a playlist for other readings for June for other star signs. So you could also watch your Sun, Moon and Ascendant, or cross-watch for someone that you care about to see what's going on with them at this time. Otherwise, as I said, thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you in the next reading.